Hey Pi family. I need to be honest with you because I think a lot of us are feeling the same thing right now. I've been a Pi holder for over 2 years. Through the ups and downs, the hope and the delays, I've stuck around because I believed in the vision. But something about what happened this past week really shook me, not because of just one thing, but because of what it revealed. We finally got some big updates from the Pi network during what should have been a major milestone. They unveiled new features that, on paper, sounded like the start of something transformative. They announced Pi App Studio, an AI-powered platform allowing users to create apps without needing to know how to code. That's a big leap forward, especially for a decentralized ecosystem like Pi where everyday users are supposed to have the power to build. They also introduced staking options, allowing us to use our Pi to support applications in the ecosystem. Sounds exciting, right? Real functionality, real potential use cases. At first, I was excited. Like many of you, I thought, finally, this is the kind of development we've been waiting for. But that feeling didn't last. Because right after the announcement, something happened that made my stomach drop. The price didn't go up, it went down. We saw a 3% decline almost instantly. And that wasn't random. It was strategic. The smart money, the traders who always seem to know what's coming, had already positioned themselves. They had bought in before the announcement and then dumped their holdings the moment the news went public. The result? Retail holders like you and me, the ones who've been loyal, got left holding the bag. That's when it really hit me, we're always the last to know. While we're getting our hopes up, convinced that some announcement is about to change everything, there are others who are already a few steps ahead, and they're playing this game in a way most of us can't. It's exhausting. It's disheartening. And it raises the question we've all probably asked ourselves more than once, am I just wasting my time with Pi? The current situation feels more fragile than ever. Pi is hovering around the 50-cent mark, and that's not just some arbitrary number. It's been the line that's prevented this thing from completely falling apart. Every time the price nears that level, some buyers step in and it bounces back. But every bounce gets weaker, and fewer people are stepping in to defend that level. It's like watching a dam with visible cracks. It might hold one more time. But maybe not. One analyst I follow even predicted that we could be heading to 40 cents, and after looking at the charts myself, I can't argue with him. It's not just speculation, the numbers tell a sobering story. Back in February, Pi was flirting with $3. Today, we're down over 80%. That's a gut-wrenching fall for anyone who believed this was a long-term play. And as if that wasn't enough to stress over, July is coming. And with it, the scheduled release of 268 million more Pi tokens into circulation. At current prices, that's equivalent to around $140 million in value entering the market all at once. To put that in perspective, that's roughly 30% of all Pi being actively traded today. Unless something dramatic changes, like a major exchange listing or a huge surge in utility, that influx could shatter the fragile support we've been clinging to. I've done the math repeatedly, hoping to find a silver lining. But the reality is hard to ignore. If we're struggling to maintain price levels with the existing supply, how are we going to absorb that much new Pi entering the system? Especially in a market where Bitcoin is dominating attention and investment. Right now, most of the capital in crypto is flowing into the major players. Altcoins like Pi are being starved out, even with good news. That's not to say all hope is lost. There is still a wild card, a major exchange listing. If Pi were to land on Binance, for example, everything could change overnight. I've seen it before with other tokens. One listing can spark a frenzy, leading to price explosions of 500% or more in a matter of days. It's not just hype, that kind of exposure brings in new users, new capital, and renewed credibility. Suddenly, all the doubts start to fade, and momentum builds. Could Pi's new AI tools and staking options be the credibility boost we need? Maybe. But I have to be real with you, we're not there yet. Pi still isn't listed on most major exchanges. And without that, a lot of the mainstream audience, the ones who could really push the price upward, won't even touch it. That's why I've made a personal decision. I've set a stop loss at 48 cents. If Pi drops below that, I'm out. Not because I want to give up, but because I have to be responsible. I can't afford to ride this all the way to zero. At the same time, I'm not putting any more money into Pi right now either. The July token unlock presents too much risk. If you're thinking of investing or buying more Pi, my advice is to wait. Watch how the market reacts to that massive supply release. If Pi holds strong and starts to climb past 65 cents again, that's when I'll reconsider. This week has been rough. The updates were supposed to be a turning point. They should have sparked excitement and growth. Instead, they've left many of us with more questions than answers. I've been in this for over 2 years, and like many of you, I've been holding on to hope that Pi would finally turn the corner. But now, we're at a make-or-break moment. The truth is, none of us knows what's going to happen. These new features could be revolutionary, or they could just be more promises with no follow-through. The upcoming token unlock might crush the price, or maybe it attracts serious investors who see long-term potential. We're at a crossroads. And the next few weeks will determine whether Pi becomes something real or just another crypto project that didn't make it. I'm not giving up, at least, not yet. But I'm watching closely, and I'm being cautious. I'm not here to sell you hype or blind hope. I'm here to stay honest, stay realistic, and try to navigate this journey with you. If you're still holding Pi like I am, I want to hear from you. Are you staying in out of hope? Habit? Or do you still see a future in this project that maybe I've lost sight of? Drop a comment. Let's talk about it. Because no matter what happens, we've got to face it together, with clear eyes, honest conversations, and a willingness to admit when things aren't going as planned. In crypto, the only thing worse than losing money is lying to yourself. So let's stay real. Stay informed. And maybe, just maybe, we'll make it through this storm.